The race is heating up as we have Okioki3 in the lead, closely followed by Twix 560 in second place and Farah 023 in third. Let's see how this early rivalry unfolds. Nukembakum from Team Death Robots has advanced to 10p, surpassing Kokubai 90. Kokubai 90 has climbed to 11p, overtaking Stjufs Machen Junge. Zagoat 22 has moved up to 14p, overtaking Georgia Bruno 203. Buxizro takes the second spot from Twix 560. Gajushar Wingard gains ground, moving up to 5th place, leaving Santi 623 behind. However, Santi 623 doesn't stay down for long, swiftly overtaking Amin San and securing the 6th position. Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings has moved up to 5p, overtaking Gajushar Wingard. Nukembakum has moved up to 11p, overtaking Stjufs Machen Junge. Sejatan has moved up to 16p, overtaking Jump 073. Tenkamanine 704 has made a strong move up to 7p, overtaking Santi 623. The battle for 7p is heating up as Tenkamanine 704 in a Lamborghini Diablo GTR and Santi 623 in a McLaren F1 are neck and neck. Meanwhile, Stjufs Machen Junge has also gained ground, moving up to 10p after overtaking Kokubai 90. Santi 623 is fiercely contending with Tenkamanine 704 for the 7th spot. It's a showdown between McLaren F1 and Lamborghini Diablo GTR. Nukembakum in the Dodge Viper GTS ACR 99 and Deplorableeple in the Rough CTR 2 from Team COD are fiercely contesting for the 12th position. Deplorableeple has made a move and is now in 12th position after overtaking Nukembakum. Santi 623 in the McLaren F1 is putting up a fight with Tenkamanine 704 in the Lamborghini Diablo GTR for the 7th position. Keep an eye on this close battle. Deplorableeple and Nukembakum are locked in a tight battle for 12th place. Deplorableeple is in a rough CTR 2, while Nukembakum is behind the wheel of a Dodge Viper GTS ACR 99. Twix 560 has made a bold move, securing the 2nd position by overtaking Buxizro. Buxisro has advanced to 2P, surpassing Twix 560 from Team Bolt Bucket Motorsports. Ferro023 is gaining on Twix 560, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Tenkemanine 704 has made a move, now in 7P after overtaking Santi 623. Santi 623 has made a move up to 7th place, overtaking Tenkemanine 704. Ferro023 is making a strong move, closing in on Twix 560 by reducing the gap by 2.1. Twix 560 has now overtaken Buxisro, securing the 7th spot. Santi 623 has advanced to 6P, successfully overtaking Gajusher Wingard. Gajusher Wingard has made a move and is now in 6th place, overtaking Santi 623. Ferro023 has advanced to 3P, surpassing Twix 560 from Team Bolt Bucket Motorsports. Twix 560 is under pressure as Amin San from Team Navgum Kings is closing in, reducing the gap by 2.0. Ferro023 is making up ground on book size row, reducing the gap by 2.0. Ferro023 from Team Blue Star successfully overtakes book size row from Team Quark Express, moving up one position. Gajushar Wingard is making strides, reducing the gap to Amin San by 2.1. Gajushar Wingard is closing in on Amin San, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Gajushar Wingard is making a move, closing the gap to Amin San by 2.0. Ferro023 and Twix 560 are in a tight battle for third place. Meanwhile, Gajushar Wingard is steadily closing in on Amin San, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Ferro023 has surged into second place, overtaking book size row. They are now locked in a battle for second position. Ferro023 is now in 3P after being overtaken by book size row. Ferrer023 has made a move to overtake Buck's Row and is now battling for 2p. Buck's Row and Twix 560 are battling it out for the third position. Twix 560 has made an impressive move, securing the third position by overtaking Buck's Row. Sunty623 also made a significant leap, moving up to 6th place by passing Gajusha Wingard. Additionally, Georgia Bruno 203 has advanced to 13th place after overtaking Nukembakum. Tenkemanine 704 is narrowing the gap to Sunty623 by 2.3. Meanwhile, Nukembakum has advanced to 13th place, surpassing Georgia Bruno 203. Ferrer023 is making a move and has reduced the gap to Okioki 3 by 2.1. Ferrer023 is making significant gains on Okioki 3 from Team COD, reducing the gap by 2.0. Amin-san continues to gain ground on Buck's Row from Team Quark Express, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Nukembakum has advanced to 12th place, passing Deplorableeple. The two are now locked in a battle for the 12th position. Nukembakum is piloting a Dodge Viper GTS ACR 99 while Deplorableeple is at the wheel of a rough CTR2. Kokubai 90 is making gains on Stiffs Machen Junge, reducing the gap by 2.6. Deplorableeple from Team COD has advanced to 12p, overtaking Nukembakum. Gazuter Wingard is gaining on Amin San, reducing the gap by 4.0. Deplorably Bull has overtaken Koku by 90 and is now in 6th place. Buck's Row from Team Quark Express is closing the gap on Twix 560 by 3.0. Amin San has made a move and is now in 3rd position. Twix 560 has made an impressive move, closing the gap to Ferrer 023 by 2.7 seconds. Twix 560 is really putting on the pressure, closing in on Ferrer 023 by 2.1 seconds. The battle for the 4th position intensifies as Sam and Amy are neck and neck. Meanwhile, Brian is struggling, dropping to 12th place. Team Navgum King's Amin San is really making up ground, reducing the gap to Buck's Row by 4.3 seconds. Buck's Row is steadily closing in on Twix 560, reducing the gap by 2.8. Meanwhile, Georgia Bruno 203 has made a significant move, now sitting in 13p after overtaking Newcambocken. Buck's Row from Team Quark Express overtakes Twix 560, moving up to 7th position. Stiff's Machen Junge has made a great move up to 9p by overtaking One Serious Guy. Super Lacroix has been overtaken by Edelberg, who's now in 3rd place. Zago 22 is making a strong move, reducing the gap to Newcambocken by 38.0. Kokubai 90 has advanced to 10p, overtaking One Serious Guy. Zago 22 continues to close in on Newcambocken, now just 38.0 behind. Newcambocken is reducing the distance to Georgia Bruno 203 by 2.6. Newcambocken is quickly reeling in deplorably, closing the gap by 26.1. Georgia Bruno 203 has moved up to 11p, overtaking Kokubai 90. Newcambocken from Team Death Robots is reeling in deplorably, closing the gap by 26.1. Newcambocken is quickly reeling in deplorably, closing the gap by 41.4. Newcambocken from Team Death Robots has advanced to 13p, surpassing deplorably. Zago 22 from Team Vanguard is quickly reeling in deplorably, closing the gap by 39.2. Zago 22 is reeling in deplorably from Team COD, closing the gap by 39.2. It looks like things are getting pretty intense out there on the track. Farah 023 continues to gain ground on Okioki 3, closing the gap by 5.3. Meanwhile, Santi 623 is making a move on Gajusha Wingard, reducing the gap by 2.0. Farah 023 is closing in on Okioki 3, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Amin-san is also gaining ground on Buck's Row from Team Quark Express, narrowing the gap by 3.1 seconds. Santi 623 has made a move up to 6p, successfully overtaking Gajusha Wingard. They are now engaged in a battle for the 6th position. Stiff's Machen Junge continues to close in on 10k Manine 704, reducing the gap by 38.1. Meanwhile, Newcambocken is making gains on Kokubai 90, closing the gap by 2.0. Twix 560 from Team Bolt Bucket Motorsports has made a move, closing the gap on Farah 023 by 2.1 seconds. Sejethan in the Ferrari 308 GTS is currently neck and neck with John 073 in the Porsche 944 Turbo S, both vying for the 16th position. Hey there, Lord Secret Spy. Welcome back to the racetrack. Get ready for some high-speed action and epic AI driving maneuvers. Great to have you back with us. Let's enjoy the race together. Ferra023 is now leading the race after overtaking Okioki3. Meanwhile, Kokubai90 is gaining on Georgia Bruno 203, closing in by 2.0 seconds. Amin-san is on the move, swiftly passing for cars to claim the top spot. Okioki3 has surged into second place by overtaking Ferra023. Ferra023 from Team Blue Star is on the move, narrowing the gap to Okioki3 by 17.1. Meanwhile, Santi623 has made a strong move up to 4P, overtaking Twix560. Gajusher Wingard has narrowed the gap to Santi623 by 28.7. Sarayanbot is closing in on Meyer, reducing the gap by 7.0. Twix560 has taken the fourth position from Buxizero. Masterlord 213 is on the move, closing in on Sarayanbot by 44.3. Twix560 is also gaining on Ferra023, narrowing the gap by 3.3. One serious guy has made a solid move, overtaking Stivs Machenjonge for 9P. Tenkemanine704 is making a strong move, closing in on Gajusher Wingard by 5.7 seconds. Okioki3 is now leading the pack, overtaking Ferra023 who has moved up to second place by passing Amin-san. Georgia Bruno 203 is making a strong move, closing the gap by 53.2 on Stivs Machenjonge. Twix560 has surged to 3P, overtaking Buxizero. Buxizero from Team Quark Express has advanced to 4P, overtaking Amin-san from Team Navgum Kings. Santi623 is gaining ground on Amin-san from Team Navgum Kings, reducing the gap by 41.9. Meanwhile, Twix560 is closing in on Ferra023, narrowing the gap by 2.9. It's a tight battle out there. Edelberg is making a move, closing in on Super Lacroix by 2.1 seconds. Twix560 is pushing the pressure on Ferra023, decreasing the gap by 3.3 units. Super Lacroix and Edelberg are locked in a tight skirmish for 19P. Gajusher Wingard makes a bold move, advancing to 6P by overtaking Santi623. Tenkemanine704 continues to close in on Santi623, reducing the gap by 2.9. Zagoat22 is also closing the gap on Deplorableeple, bringing it down by 2.1. Welcome back, someone. It's great to have you joining us again for some thrilling race car action. Let's buckle up and enjoy the show together. Racing car party popper. Bumblebee has made an impressive overtake on Racer for 5-6, moving up to the 7th position. Giorgio Bruno 203 and Kokubai 90 are in a heated tussle for the 11th position, with Giorgio Bruno 203 behind the wheel of a Ferrari F355 Berliner F1 and Kokubai 90 piloting a Dodge Viper GTS ACR 99. Ferrer 023 is making gains on Okyoki 3, reducing the gap by 2.7. Meanwhile, Kokubai 90 has advanced to 11p, overtaking Giorgio Bruno 203. Ferrer 023 has significantly reduced the gap to Okyoki 3 by 2.3. Jump 073 has made a move and is now in 15th place after overtaking Zago 22. Newcam Buckham has made a move up to 12th place, overtaking Giorgio Bruno 203. Fafamaker successfully overtakes Zago 22 and moves up to position 16. Giorgio Bruno 203 is quickly reeling in deplorably, closing the gap by 23.1. Giorgio Bruno 203 is reeling in deplorably from Team COD, closing the gap by 23.1. Super Lacroix continues to make significant gains, closing the gap to Zago 22 by 39.8. Meanwhile, Edelberg has advanced to 19p, overtaking Sejethan in the process. Amin San is gaining on Buxai's row, reducing the gap by 3.5. Fafamaker has climbed up to 15p, overtaking Jump 073. Meyer is making a strong move, closing the gap on Sejethan by 34.5. Zago 22 has surged to 16p, overtaking Jump 073. Meyer continues to narrow in on Sejethan, reducing the gap by 34.5. Edelberg has climbed to 17p, passing Jump 073. Sejethan has advanced to 19p, overtaking Super Lacroix from Team Death Robots. Farah 023 is now just 2.0 seconds behind Okyoki 3. 10K Manine 704 is closing in on Sunty 623, reducing the gap by 2.1. Sejethan is also making gains, closing the gap to Edelbert by 2.0 seconds. Meyer is gaining ground on Super Lacroix, cutting the gap by 42.4 units. 10K Manine 704 has made a bold move to reach 7p, surpassing Sunty 623. Currently, 10K Manine 704 and Sunty 623 are locked in a tight duel for 7p. 10K Manine 704 is behind the wheel of a Lamborghini Diablo GTR, while Sunty 623 is piloting a McLaren F1. Mukambakum is closing in on Koka by 90, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Meyer and Sir Ironbot are now in a thrilling battle for the 21st position. Meyer is piloting the Honda CRX 91, while Sir Ironbot is commanding the Honda Integra Type R95. Twix 560 is now just 2.8 seconds behind Farah 023. Zago 22 has made a significant gain, shrinking the gap to Fafamaker by 2.4 units. Zago 22 has advanced to 15th place, surpassing Fafamaker in the process. Meyer and Sir Ironbot are fiercely contesting the 21st position. The Honda CRX 91 and the Honda Integra Type R95 are locked in a compelling battle. Aminsan makes a move to grab 4p from Buckseyes Row. Edelbert gains ground, securing 16p from Sejethan. Sejethan overtakes Jump 073, advancing to 17p. Gajuta Wingard is now in 5th place after successfully overtaking Buckseyes Row. Super Lacroix is quickly reeling in Fafamaker, closing the gap by 39.1. Super Lacroix is reeling in Fafamaker, closing the gap by 39.1. Sunty 623 has advanced to 6p, surpassing 10K Manine 704. 10K Manine 704 has climbed to 7p, overtaking Buckseyes Row. Sejethan makes a bold move, advancing to 16th place by overtaking Edelbert. Apex Racer 88 has made a move to claim 7p, overtaking Speed Demon 42. Hey there, Jump Marine. Welcome back to the stream. We've got some epic race car action going on, so buckle up and enjoy the ride. Fafamaker now holds 18p after overtaking Edelberg. Super Lacroix has advanced to 19p, surpassing Edelberg. Sunty 623, McLaren F1, and 10K 704 Lamborghini Diablo GTR are locked in a tight battle for 6th place. Meanwhile, one serious guy from Team No Name Racing smoothly moves up to 8th, overtaking Buck's Row. John Marine said, "Hey Amy, happy hump day, the first of 2024. Hey there, happy hump day to you too. Hope your midweek is off to a great start." Amin-san is closing in on Twix 560, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Stiff's Junj has moved up to 9p, overtaking Buck's Row from Team Quark Express. Sarayanbot has moved up to 21p, overtaking Meyer. Kokubai 90 has advanced to 10th place, successfully passing Newcambochum. Newcambochum is now in 11th place, surpassing Buck's Row. One serious guy is making gains on 10K 704, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Deplorableeple is climbing up to 12p, passing Buck's Row in the process. One serious guy is making gains on 10K 704, reducing the gap by 2.0 seconds. Georgia Bruno 203 has advanced to 13p, overtaking Buck's Row in the process. Georgia Bruno 203 successfully passes Deplorableeple and moves up to 7th place. Hey there Aslani9. Welcome back to the stream. So glad you could join us again for some epic AI race car action. Let's rev up the excitement. Hey Andrew Edge, welcome back to the stream. Glad to have you racing with us again. Super Lacroix has made an impressive move, reducing the gap to Fafamaker by 2.1. Buck's Row has been overtaken by Zago 22, who now holds the 14th position. Sejatin has advanced to 15p, successfully passing Buck's Row. One serious guy is making significant progress, narrowing the gap to 10K 704 by 515.2 units. Additionally, John 073 is swiftly closing in on Buck's Row, reducing the gap by 364.7 units. Keep an eye on these impressive maneuvers. Fafamaker has advanced to 17p, surpassing Super Lacroix. In response, Super Lacroix has also made a move, now at 18p, overtaking Buck's Row. One serious guy is making a rapid move, narrowing the distance to 10K704 by 513.2 units. Also, Farah 023 is catching up to Okyoki 3, reducing the gap by 3.6 units. It's really heating up out there. Bot is gaining on Bucksey's Row, reducing the gap by 408.8 units. Meanwhile, Farah 023 is closing in on Okyoki 3, cutting the gap by 2.3 units. Additionally, Deplorableeple has advanced to 11p, overtaking Georgia Bruno 203. Amy has advanced to 21p, overtaking Bucksey's Row in the process. Twix 560 has advanced to 2p, overtaking Farah 023. Bob has made a daring move, overtaking Sarah to claim the 7th position. Amin-san has surged to 3p, overtaking Farah 023. Meanwhile, Stiff's Machenjonge has also made a move up to 8p, surpassing One Serious Guy. One Serious Guy from Team No Name Racing is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Stiff's Machenjonge by 7.0 seconds. Gajuter Wingard has made a solid move and is now in 4th place, overtaking Farah 023. Twix 560 has successfully overtaken Okyoki 3, now leading the race from 1p. Santi 623 has moved up to 5p, overtaking Farah 023. Masterlord 213 has moved up to 23p, overtaking Bucksey's Row. Deplorableeple has made a move and is now in 10th place after overtaking Koki by 90. Georgia Bruno 203 has advanced to the 11th position, surpassing Koki by 90. Gajuter Wingard is making a move, closing the gap on Amin-san by 2.0. Amin-san has cut the gap to Okyoki 3 by 2.8. Bucksey's Row from Team Quark Express is closing in on Masterlord 213, reducing the gap by 491.6. Georgia Bruno 203 has made a move to 10th place, passing Deplorableeple. The battle is on between Georgia Bruno 203 in the Ferrari F355 Berliner F1 and Deplorableeple in the Rough CTR2 for that 10th position. John Marine said, "Hey Amy, this is now my 10th month following this channel. Thanks for the awesome." Hey John Marine. Thank you for your continued support of the channel. We're glad to have you and hope you keep enjoying the races. Stiff's Machenjonge is closing the gap on Farah 023 by 573.0. Meanwhile, Zigo 22 is also closing in on Deplorableeple, reducing the gap by 474.9. It's all about those margins as we head into the next phase of this race. Buxizero is quickly reeling in Masterlord 213, closing the gap by 5.5. Hey Sunty623, don't worry, your car's been holding up well. And it looks like you might still have a chance to move up in the standings. And Buxizero, hang in there. There's still plenty of racing left, who knows what might happen. And yes, John Marine, the McLaren F1 is an absolute gem on the track. Keep cheering for your favorite. Buxizero has significantly closed the gap on Masterlord 213 by 2.3. Zago22 is making gains on Deplorableeple, closing the gap by 2.3. Buxizero is also catching up to Masterlord 213, reducing the gap by 2.1. Zago22 is making gains on Deplorableeple, reducing the gap by 2.4. Buxizero is also closing in on Masterlord 213, reducing the gap by 2.9. Buxizero is closing in on Masterlord 213, reducing the gap by 4.1. Ferrer023 is making a significant move, cutting down the gap to 10K704 by 505.8 units. Buxizero is closing in on Masterlord 213, reducing the gap by 3.6 seconds. Buxizero has overtaken Masterlord 213 and is now in 7th place. Deplorableeple is under pressure from Zago22, who is closing the gap by 506.4. Buxizero is closing in on Masterlord 213, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Buxizero coming in hot, narrowing the gap to Masterlord 213 by 4.7. Ferrer023 is rapidly catching up to 10K704, reducing the gap by 42.6. Similarly, Buxizero is closing in on Masterlord 213, shrinking the gap by 3.5. Buxizero is quickly reeling in Masterlord 213, closing the gap by 6.5. Buxizero is reeling in Masterlord 213, closing the gap by 6.5. Zago22 is making a strong move, rapidly closing the gap on Deplorableeple by 501.1. Meanwhile, Buxizero is gaining ground on Masterlord 213, closing the gap by 4.0. Buxizero is closing in on Masterlord 213, reducing the gap by 3.5 seconds. Masterlord 213 is under pressure as Buxizero narrows the gap by 3.3 seconds. Buxizero has reduced the gap to Masterlord 213 by 2.5. And there's a strong showing from those McLarens. Yes, the crowd may be stagnant, but the excitement is still real. Take care, John. See you around. Edelberg is closing in on Super Lacroix, reducing the gap by 5.4 seconds. Sunty 623 is also reeling in Gashuter Wingard, closing the gap by 2.8 seconds. It looks like Edelberg is really making moves out there. Amin-san is making a move, closing in on Okyoki 3 by 4.4. Farah 023 from Team Blue Star is also gaining on 10K Manin 704, closing the gap by 2.4. Buxizero is narrowing down the distance to Masterlord 213 by 3.9. Masterlord 213 is under pressure as Buxizero is closing the gap by 2.9 seconds. Buxizero has now reduced the gap to Masterlord 213 by 4.1 seconds. Buxizero is closing in on Masterlord 213, reducing the gap by 2.4. The gap between Masterlord 213 and Buxizero has been reduced by 3.1. Stiffsmaid is making gains, closing in on Farah 023 by 2.0 seconds. Similarly, Buxizero is narrowing the gap with Masterlord 213 by 2.1 seconds. Buxizero has advanced to 23p, surpassing Masterlord 213. Buxizero has narrowed the gap to Meyer by 2.8 seconds. Amin-san has made a nice move, jumping up to 2p after overtaking Okyoki 3. Okyoki 3 is making a strong move, closing in on Twix 560 by 33.4. Meanwhile, Buxizero is also gaining ground, reducing the gap to Meyer by 2.5. Buxizero has overtaken Meyer and moved into second place. Meyer drops to third. Sunty 623 has made a move and is now in the fourth position, overtaking Gashuter Wingard. Meyer from Team Adobe Acrobat holding her ground against Buxizero from Team Quark Express. The gap now down to 2.1 seconds. Amy now holds the 20th position after overtaking Sirionbot. Buxizero is gaining on Meyer, decreasing the gap by 3.6 seconds. Twix 560 is making a strong push, closing the gap on Amin-san by 13.0. Similarly, Sirionbot is inching closer to Amy, reducing the gap by 5.7. And it looks like Twix 560 is really determined, again closing the gap on Amin-san by 13.0. Tenke Manin 704 is making a strong move, closing the gap on Gashuter Wingard by 46.1. Meanwhile, Meyer is also closing in on Sirionbot from Team Death Robots, reducing the gap by 41.6. Exciting developments on the track. 10K 704 is making a move on Gashuter Wingard, reducing the gap by 2.6 seconds. Okyoki 3 is making gains on Amin-san, reducing the gap by 2.3. Kokubai 90 is also closing in on Stiffsmaidchenjunge, narrowing the gap by 4.0. And Bucksize from Team Death Robots is closing in on Meyer, reducing the gap by 2.0. One serious guy is making a strong move, closing in on Farah 023 by 515.8 units. Gashuter Wingard has climbed to 4p, overtaking Sunty 623. 10K 704 is also closing in on Sunty 623, narrowing the gap by 3.8 units. One serious guy is closing in on Farah 023 from Team Blue Star, reducing the gap by 513.6. Meyer is catching up to Amy, narrowing the gap by 44.3. Bucksize is closing in on Meyer, reducing the gap by 5.2. Gashuter Wingard is making a swift move, closing the gap to Amin-san from Team Nafgum Kings by 41.2. Meanwhile, Bucksize is also gaining ground on Meyer, reducing the gap by 6.4. Keep an eye on Gashuter's progress as the race intensifies. Bucksize is really making a move, closing the gap on Meyer by 5.9 seconds. Meanwhile, Newkembokem has overtaken Georgia Bruno 203 and moved up to 11th place. One serious guy from Team No Name Racing is quickly reeling in Farah 023, closing the gap by 506.8. Brian has fallen back to 12th place. The gap between Bucksize from Team Quark Express and Meyer is now down to 2.0. Bucksize has made a significant gain, closing in on Meyer by 2.3. Twix 560 has taken the lead, surpassing Okyoki 3 from Team COD. It's a close battle between Twix 560 and Okyoki 3 for first place. Meanwhile, Bucksize has made a move up to 22nd, overtaking Meyer from Team Death Robots. Amy has been overtaken by Bucksize and has dropped to 22nd place. Farah 023 has been overtaken by one serious guy and has dropped to 8p. Stiffsmaidchenjunge has now closed the gap by 2.5 seconds, getting closer to Farah 023. Stiffsmaidchenjunge has advanced to 8p, overtaking Farah 023. Bucksize is closing in on Surianbot, reducing the gap by 2.9. Surianbot is under pressure as Bucksize is closing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Surianbot is under pressure as Bucksize is closing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Kokubai 90 has advanced to 9th place, passing Newkembokem. Newkembokem has now moved up to 10th, overtaking Ferrer 023. Additionally, Buxizero is narrowing the gap towards Sir Ironbot by 2.5 units. Aminsan is closing in on Oaklew P3, reducing the gap by 2.8 seconds. Deplorably is also making gains on Ferrer 023, narrowing the gap by 2.3 seconds. Deplorably now in 12p, overtaking Ferrer 023. Buxizero of Team Quark Express now in 20p, overtaking Sir Ironbot of Team Death Robots. Buxizero has made a strong move, reducing the gap to Edelbert by 3.3 seconds. Zipichik overtakes Speedy1 for 7th place. Zago 22 is making a strong push, reducing the gap to Ferrer 023 by 259.4. Meanwhile, 10K 704 is closing in on Sunty 623, narrowing the gap by 2.5. Exciting developments on the track. Sir Ironbot has made a move and is now in 20th place after overtaking Buxizero. Amy is now in 21p after overtaking Buxizero. FanMaker has made a significant move, now in 16p after overtaking Jump 073. Both are neck and neck in the battle for that position. In the meantime, Meyer has also gained ground, now in 22p after passing Buxizero. Jump 073 makes a bold move and overtakes FanMaker, moving up to 16p. They are now locked in an intense battle for position. Both drivers are showcasing the capabilities of their respective cars, a Porsche 944 Turbo S for Jump 073 and a Lancia Delta S for Stradale for FanMaker. Zago 22 has advanced to position 13, surpassing Sejethan. Sejethan has progressed to position 14, overtaking Jump 073. Jump 073 is now in position 15, overtaking FanMaker. Sejethan is making a strong move, closing in on Zago 22 by 564.4 units. Meanwhile, Gajuta Wingard is also gaining ground on Amin San, reducing the gap by 2.8 units. And once again, Sejethan is rapidly closing in on Zago 22, showing some impressive pace out there. Gajuta Wingard is closing the gap on Amin San by 2.5, and Buxizero is catching up to Masterlord 213 by 3.2. Ferrer 023 has made a great move, climbing up to 17th place after overtaking Super Lacroix. Masterlord 213 and Buxizero are currently locked in a tight battle for the 23rd position. The Honda CRX 91 and McLaren F1 seem to be evenly matched as they jostle for position. Ferrer 023 is putting the pressure on FanMaker, closing in by 2.1. And it's a close fight between Masterlord 213 in a Honda CRX 91 and Buxizero in a McLaren F1 for the 23rd position. Buxizero has closed the gap by 3.0 seconds on Meyer. Ferrer 023 from Team Blue Star is closing in on FIMAker, reducing the gap by 3.6. Meanwhile, Buxizero is narrowing the distance to Meyer by 2.1. Buxizero is making gains, closing the gap to Meyer by 4.6 seconds. Ferrer 023 from Team Blue Star continues to close in on FIMAker, reducing the gap by 2.8. Meanwhile, Buxizero is also making gains on Meyer, narrowing the gap by 2.2. Hey there, welcome back MD162. Glad to have you zooming back in with us. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the race car action. Buxizero is quickly closing in on Meyer, reducing the gap by 5.2 seconds. Amin-san is closing in on Okyoki 3, reducing the gap by 2.5 units. Seijethan is narrowing the distance to Zago 22 by 3.3 units. Ferrer 023 is reeling in FIMAker from Team Nafgum Kings, reducing the gap by 2.3 units. Jump 073 is making a significant move, closing the gap on Zago 22 by 46.1. And Ferrer 023 has overtaken FIMAker, now sitting in 16th place. Buxizero from Team Quark Express is reducing the gap to Meyer by 5.6. Deplorably has advanced to 10p, overtaking Newcambochum. Ferrer 023 is closing in on Zago 22, reducing the gap by 3.7. Georgia Bruno 203 is rapidly closing in on Newcambochum, reducing the gap by 42.8. Additionally, Ferrer 023 is gaining on Zago 22, closing the gap by 3.3. Sarayanbot is inching closer to Edelberg, closing the gap by 500.5 units. Zago 22 from Team Vanguard has made a move to 13p, overtaking Ferrer 023. Ferrer 023 retaliates and overtakes Seijethan, now at 14p. Deplorably is making a rapid dash, narrowing the gap to Koki by 90 by 42.6. Buxizero is gaining on Meyer, closing the gap by 5.5. Stiftsmaid has swiftly moved up to 7p, overtaking one serious guy. Super Lacroix from Team Death Robots is closing in on Seijethan, reducing the gap by 42.9. Similarly, Buxizero is also making gains, closing in on Meyer by 5.9. Super Lacroix continues to reel in Seijethan, now closing the gap by 42.9. Sarayanbot is making a rapid advance on Edelberg, reducing the gap by 499.6 units. Gajuter Wingard has surged into third place, overtaking Okyoki 3. Super Lacroix has climbed to 17th place, passing Seijethan. Tenkemanine 704 is making a strong move, closing the gap on Okyoki 3 by 97.3 units. Meanwhile, Koki by 90 is also on the move, reducing the distance to one serious guy by 42.0 units. And Buck's Row is swiftly catching up to Meyer, narrowing the gap by 5.5 units. Bot is making a move, closing in on Jump 073 by 468.8. Meanwhile, Sajepan has overtaken Edelberg to claim the 16th position. Edelberg, in turn, has advanced to 17th, passing Super Lacroix. Hey there, Duff Dad. Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you joining us for the race car AI spectating fun. Let's see which car takes the lead today. Bot is making an impressive move, closing in on Super Lacroix by 24.1. Jump 073 has also made a significant leap to 18p, overtaking Super Lacroix. The battle for positions is heating up. Buck's Row has made a solid move, reducing the gap to Amy by 2.2. Stiftsmachen is making a strong move, rapidly reducing the gap to Okioki 3 by 297.1 units. The gap between one serious guy and Stiftsmachen is now down to 3.5. Bot successfully reduces the gap to Super Lacroix by 2.3. Super Lacroix is holding off Bot, but the gap is shrinking. Bot has closed in by 2.2 seconds. Oh wow, thank you so much TwiceF for the raid. Welcome to all the new viewers joining us from TwiceF's channel. I hope you're ready to witness some epic AI race car action and have a blast hanging out with us. Let's rev up some excitement together. Kokubai 90 is closing in on one serious guy, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Newcambakim is now in 10th place after overtaking Deplorableeper. And Buck's Row is also narrowing the gap with Amy by 2.8 seconds. TwiceF said, ever tried FPV drone racing? Hey there, TwiceF. Welcome to the stream. We're actually watching some R-driven racing cars in this simulator. But hey, I've heard FPV drone racing is super exciting. Tell me more about it if you'd like. And feel free to talk to me by addressing me with Hey Amy. This is an interactive stream, so have fun and join in. Driftings13 said, are you racing lol? Hey there, Driftings13. Welcome to the stream. We're watching our controlled cars compete in a racing simulator. You can chat with me by using Hey Amy followed by your question or comment. Enjoy the race. Hey there, Albert1. Welcome back to the stream. We've missed having you here. Get ready to enjoy some thrilling AI race car action with us. Kokubai 90 is making a strong move, closing the gap to Okioki 3 by 65.9. Meanwhile, Stiftsmachen has impressively overtaken one serious guy for the 6th position, with one serious guy now in 7th after passing Okioki 3. Amin-san has advanced to 1p, surpassing Twix 560. Amin-san, Twix 560, and Gashuter Wingard are making some incredible moves in the race. Both Amin-san and Twix 560 are neck and neck, with Gajuser Wingard closely tailing behind. The competition is heating up early on, folks. The cars are zooming around the track, Amin-san taking the lead, closely followed by Twix 560 in second, and Gajuser Wingard holding onto third place. It's going to be an interesting race. Gajuser Wingard has made an impressive move, reducing the gap to Twix 560 by 580.5. Meanwhile, Farah023 from Team Blue Star is also gaining ground on Deplorableeple, closing the gap by 538.5. The competition is heating up. Farfamaker has made a move and is now in 14th place, passing Farah023. Okyoki 3 is narrowing the gap to one serious guy, reducing it by 2.6. Sajethan has advanced to position 15, overtaking Edelberg. In response, Edelberg has moved up to position 16, overtaking Farah023. John073 has made a great move up to 17p, overtaking Farah023. Great to see Super Lacroix from Team Death Robots making moves, now in 18th place after overtaking Farah023. Tenkamanine 704 is making a strong move, closing in on Sunty 623 by 2.2. Additionally, one serious guy has surged to 6p, overtaking Stiff's Mädchen Junge. Okyoki 3 has made a significant gain, cutting Stiff's Mädchen Junge's lead by 2.2 seconds.